up? Shout out to my guys that got us in a high vibration here in Biz. Another day. I had to skip the whole day yesterday. I said I was gonna skip the day at like 3 or 4. A lot of times, y'all, like I just be wanting to skip the day and hurry up to make it to your next day. Ain't nothing stronger than that because we know time's not real, but on that Gregorian calendar, the each time we wake up again, I guess you say this on this energy cycle, we're closer and closer. More catastrophic events are taking place, more weather anomalies, atrocities. Everything is happening. A lot of times I'll be like, man, fuck everything else. Fuck this whole day. Skip this whole day. I just want to be that much closer to this whole shit shutting down. This whole game that everybody's trying to hold on to, you know? So I just be wanting to skip the day. I'll be like, fuck everything else. Now what came to my mind is yesterday is like we're in the age of Aquarius, right? I'm Aquarius. The radiation is holding us over, y'all. The radiation is holding us over. Now imagine like in so-called slavery times, right? Imagine if like the people when they was in the field, right? Imagine if they didn't even know they were enslaved. Imagine that, right? Y'all know how they knew, so it's like they was trying to rob, you know, the house niggas was telling on them, right? They were aware, right? But imagine at that time when that was going on, if they wasn't even aware that they were enslaved. So they was thinking like that they were supposed to be doing that, how they was doing it, when they was doing it, as long as they was doing it. Imagine that, right? Like, and they was thinking like it's the only way to live. Like there was nothing but like as if it was nothing before, and like they didn't know, right? What do y'all think is happening right now? Right? Slavery never died, right? It just became psychological. And I love when I say this and repeat this because it became psychological. But guess what? We never stopped physically being enslaved either, you know? Because if you become too much aware of the psychological mess, right? And you go too much out of bounds of this system and how they want you to go, guess what? They will physically enslave you. They will physically grab you. They will get physical with you and put you in those modern day plantations. Take you right back. Same way the slave catcher would take you back when you were aware and would try to get away, and they would take you back to the plantation. It's the same way they'll take you to your jail. You know what I'm saying? Same way. Swing your ass right over there. You feel me? So think about it, but really what I just said just now, y'all. Things ain't changed really at all, and they got worse. The only difference is you became less aware. You feel me? So imagine somebody like me, right? Nigga like me, I'm aware. You feel me? I know what the fuck going on. You know? These niggas is crazy. Like they crazy as hell. Like I'm telling you, like I know exactly what's going on. So sometimes like I don't really be having no energy for this shit. I'll be like, you know what? I'm gonna just skip my day because like I know too much, and it's like sometimes just being around everybody. Now imagine everything I just said, right? Everything I just said. Now imagine being around everybody. Everything I just said, like I'm aware of that, right? How it is like that right now, you know? Where like we're still enslaved right now. People just aren't aware. So it's just like as if a modern day. I know stuff evolved more, but it's as if like how it was back then, like as if like we was back then living how we was and not aware of us being enslaved and thinking that that's what we're supposed to be doing, all that shit. That's what we're doing right now. You feel me? Hi, Mackie. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. But this is what's going on though right now, y'all. you know. So when I say I had a good live yesterday, but my phone died. You feel me? I need to pop this pimple. I was gonna pop it yesterday, but it still needs to get more to the forefront. Then I'm gonna pop it. But yeah, though, y'all, like, this is where we're at with it. So I'm gonna be honest with y'all, like. I really don't really be having that much to say about this shit, because this shit is just so crazy. It's like you seeing the getting worse and worse and worse. They looking so red, y'all. They are looking so redder than ever before. Like, and then you're starting to see the shame on a lot of Europeans. Like, looking like you know, like how you can look at somebody and read their energy. You're not looking at every single one of them and just reading their energy wrong. You can see a lot of them got that same energy and that shame on them right now. When they out and about, getting out the cars and all of that, they got like that shame on them. Like damn, we done fucked up. We done did this. You know, we done did this to these people. They starting to know. My species did this so bad to them. I forgot that it was even this bad. I thought that we were supposed to be living like this. I forgot that we even got them enslaved. You know? Like, for real, y'all. I'm about to post like 4 clips on here and put them bitches on here, right? I put them on my TikTok because I haven't been on TikTok in a while, right? Tell me why they said that my shit was ineligible for recommendation, like my post. Because I said like stuff just straight up, just real stuff. What's going on, you know? Talk about my shit ineligible for recommendation, man. Fuck out of here, man. People crazy as hell. Niggas can say whatever the fuck they want about me, but y'all living off of me though. You know what I mean? And I kind of speak about that in one of the posts, because I was basically speaking about how the same way what did I say? I was saying how, like, the same way how you get bashed for like, y'all know how black people, how like we adapt to like damn near everything. Like, even if you don't look at it from a situation like we made ourselves comfortable in this hell, because we might not see or understand how this is hell. Like, you know how like black people stuff that we go through, that's like a silent but loud war in which we adapt to, even when we're playing the game in any status money bracket. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know like that shit, right? I was talking about how in that way how we deal with that, it's the same way, sometimes even worse, that you'll deal with that same type of energy, not even just from an inorganic person, but maybe even from your own species. You know what I mean? As far as you choosing to break away from the system in any shape, way, or form that it shows. You get what I'm saying? And you'll get that same treatment. You'll get that same treatment, you know? And it's so real. I be saying shit that's so real. Motherfuckers be trying to side-eye me and hate me for it because it's so true, you know? But the one of the best things that was for me was that I became aware of what the fuck is going on. You get what I'm saying? That was one of the greatest things to me, because now it's like I see everything different. I don't even see people the same no more, y'all. I don't see nobody the same. Like, I'm just huh?
I think the drink is not allowed in the bus next time.
It is with the top, as long as you have a top on it.
No.
Okay, well, that's fine. I just won't get on your bus, man. The spiritual attacks don't break me. I come from the sun. I come from the stars. You know that, right? You know my brothers and sisters are here on the bus, right? Let you be on video. Let them see. I come from the stars. Y'all see that? And y'all, I like how y'all put them. I had to put them on camera because I don't give a fuck now. I'm about to get some coffee anyway. But y'all see how they try to spiritually attack you. So I had to put his ass on camera. I ain't give a fuck how he felt. Y'all know why? Y'all know why he did that, right? Because of everything that I was talking about on the bus. You know what I'm saying? So y'all see these spiritual attacks that come about me. I'm just talking about the awareness of what we living in. And you know what's wild, y'all? I'm pretty sure he was Latino. I'm pretty sure he was melanated. But this is what I be saying when I be even talking about our Latino people, right? Like, the Latino people know that as far as the Latino people that are organic, right? They're all organic, but some of them want to be white, you know? And enjoy the rest of your day, Reflection. You know, some of them want to, like, and you know the Latino people that want to act like they white. You know the ones I'm talking about from the Latino people. And you don't got to be homeless or come from the hood, you know what I'm saying, either. Like, I meet professional Latino people all the time that know who they are. You know, I speak to one every day in this one store. You know, I speak to Filipino and Vietnamese people that's melanated also that know who they are. You know what I'm saying? So that's bullshit. But that's why I put the camera on him and I showed him, y'all, because that was a spiritual attack. Y'all seen that shit firsthand. You know what I'm saying? I saw him I didn't even say it on here while I was talking to y'all, but I seen him looking at me from the mirror because I was the only one on the bus. And I seen him looking at me as what I was talking about. You hear what I'm saying? But see what I'm talking about is so real, it makes people try to spite me because it's that real, y'all. The truth is more disturbing than the lie, you know? And a lot of people don't even know a lot of the information that I have in which I'm conveying to y'all. However, they hear me talking about it and they get offended and then they want to attack me as if like I did something to them. You know what I'm saying? That's why I put the camera on him and I let him know. Like, bro, I come from the stars, bro. Like, you realize you're being watched right now. You're attacking an organic being, the most organic being on the planet, you know? Like, I come from the black woman, you know? And I'm just standing in righteousness. I didn't say nothing disrespectful to you. And then, you know, he came in and matter of fact, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I'm not gonna give it no more energy. When the other supervisor dude is out there, because they always be out there around this time, right? And when I see him, even if I don't get on his bus again, I see him and the other supervisor dude is out there, I'm gonna walk up to the supervisor dude, and then I'm gonna walk up to him with the supervisor dude, and I'm gonna have him tell him, like, please tell him that you're allowed to get on the bus with a drink as long as it's covered. You get what I'm saying? But this is what they do, y'all. They try to do things to make you reactive as a black man. You know, any of the buses know damn well. Y'all know how much times I got in arguments with people off of that, so I know what I'm talking about. Like, I actually have spazzed on people about that. I spazzed on a dude about that before. You get what I'm saying? One time they tried to make a big deal about it, and I had my coffee and I had my oatmeal, right? And he made a big deal about it, and I literally got up in front of everybody and I put my drink and shit right in front of the walkway. Like, everybody gotta get on the bus. I guess they gotta step around it. You feel some type of way, move it then, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? I really went like that. So I know what I'm talking about. And he came to me and he apologized. And he apologized, y'all. He was like, you know what? I apologize for that. I'm gonna let you know that you actually can get on the bus with this as long as it's covered. You get what I'm saying? So I'm saying this from a situation that I actually got in a situation about that even about, you know? And then y'all, I wish y'all would have seen his face when I told him that that as long as I have a lid on it, it's okay. It was like he was already like didn't care what I had to say, just like no. Like, he was trying to get me a max on him. But I just had to put him on my podcast, you know? Bitch ass. Now back to what I was talking about though. So back to what I was talking about. Like I said, imagine that. Imagine back in the times, in slavery times, and they don't even tell the story how it was told. But say if they told it how it was told, right? And they got the helicopters out this early, right? Imagine if how that story was told, if they wasn't even aware. I mean, yeah, they wasn't even aware, right? Because they was aware, so that's why they was rebellion. But imagine exactly how people are all going along with this system, with this way of life as we live now. Imagine if we was doing that in slavery times. You hear what I'm saying? And it just sounds crazy, right? Like what the fuck? Like, damn, like we wouldn't even have made the progress we even made then, you know? Because we would have just been getting fucked up and everything happened to us, and we not even knowing why it's happened to us because we think that we're supposed to be living like this and doing the things that they're telling us to do, right? That's exactly what's happening right now, y'all. Like, literally, that's exactly what's happening right now. Don't think the same way. Don't think just because you're not getting killed the same ways physically from a large number, right? That what I'm saying isn't valid. This is happening right now, y'all. Right now. You hear what I'm saying? Right now. But like, I have no cut cards, so it's just like I don't fear nothing. I don't fear this system. I don't fear the slave catchers. I don't fear none of them. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not in a wrong way of living life. I'm not living in a low vibrational way. I don't have a low frequency. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a prisoner of war while all these ways are infringed on me because of what's been done in my species and a division amongst my entire species in which we're capitulating in. You get what I'm saying? So that's the only reason why this stuff is even able to touch me, even how it is, you know? I'm gonna be honest with y'all, like how I feel really towards this shit. It's it's one of the highest levels of abuse. You know, I literally feel like every day, like they're just trying to implement ways to like attack me. Like that's how it feels. You know, because I'm so aware of all the bullshit that has nothing to do with me that they're trying to put on me. You know, or make me live like make me move like involve themselves with me. Like that's how much my awareness is. You get what I'm saying? So when I'm telling y'all this, I'm telling y'all this from that standpoint. You feel me? Like for real. Hey, how you doing today, brother? You know, and I value y'all. Y'all know that. But I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. And that hurt. And I'm sad. I said that I had to put him on camera like that because I know that dude was Latino. I know he was. And this is a Latino guy next to me right now. I speak to him every morning. Most of the Latino guys that I talk to, they know that they're of the sun, right? They all know that, and they all know the ways what's been infringed on so-called black people has been infringed on them also, with this being our land. You know what I mean? Like where we be all most majority even a majority of us more by the days are becoming more and more and more and more aware. Um, you know, so and then it's like you know, that man is probably like a grandfather at that. So I can't be mad at him too much, but still it is what it is, right? Because we know people that's like our grandmothers, grandfathers, y'all got to think about it. They've been living this lifestyle, these infringed ways a little bit longer, a lot longer than us, you know? So it's a lot more disruption within their understanding of it, even when you point it out to them. That's why sometimes they be looking at you like when you point out like mommy, daddy, this or grandma, you know, this or this wasn't like this, you know, or they'll tell you of a time, when they'll be like they don't remember this. Like my mom, like I tell y'all all the time, are you ready to see their reflection? Now, my mom remembers when they didn't even have social security cards. You get what I'm saying? They didn't even have social security cards. You didn't have to get that. My mom remembers that. And she talks to me about that, you know? She's like, yeah, we didn't have a social security card, da da da. And but I'm gonna tell y'all the reason why like that happened on the bus. It's deeper than just what I was talking about, right? I'm gonna tell you what it is. What it is people that's organic, sometimes they get offended by another organic person, not even just by knowing who they are, but when they move like it and they express it, however, so fearlessly. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna break it down even on a deeper level when I get out of here. I'm gonna tell y'all what I mean. Because I know why he even took at what I was saying when he kept looking in the mirror like it was a threat. I'm gonna tell you right. I know why he felt like that. But it's still not. But why he felt like that still wasn't justification for him to act like how he acted towards me. That just spoke about his vibration. He wasn't wrong for feeling what he was feeling because it was just an acknowledgement for what he's living in and what he's capitulating in. That's all it was. But that wasn't for him to attack me because of that and try to spite me. That's when he went low. That's when he was being used, you know? Make you kind of think about free will differently, right? You know, you're not wrong for feeling what you feel. You know what I'm saying? Feelings ain't even real, for real. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. But it's just intent and purpose. But when you do certain things off of those feelings, right? You try to hurt people that's righteous around those feelings, with that's in a righteous light, moving in a righteous manner. Then it becomes something different, you know. Then it's not then at that point it's not, what do you call it? It's not even about what you felt then, you know, because now you're using something that's supposed to be greater for greater good, right? Because evolution, evolving, learning, growth, like that stuff isn't easy, but it's worth it, right? It's not easy, but it's worth it. It's necessary, you know? It's not even mandatory. Well, so actually some of it is the point it's got to you now is mandatory. That's why what's happening is happening, you know? But what I'm saying, it should be what you should already want to do, you know? Like I literally understood the whole psychological effect that man was having. I was seeing him fighting himself while he was looking at me in the mirror, and I know he was gathering up like what am I about to say to him, you know? He's like, what am I about to say to him? And then he was like, let me say something about the drink, you know? He's already talking about serious stuff, and I'm offended at what he's saying, but I'm listening to him as the truth. Now let me see if I can get him rowdy, you know? Let's see if he's a reactive black male. You know what I mean? It's sad, y'all. It's really sad. You can't even. That's why I told y'all. It's just like it's like I've gained so much knowledge. I just gotta protect myself from people, for real. I gotta just protect my energy because wherever I go, and sometimes I don't even gotta speak on these things. It's just my awareness on it that causes problems with how people feel towards me and trying to attack me and stuff. You know. So all that is, all that is though. When y'all see that, you know what all that is. All that is a reflection for how divided we are. That's all that is. It's just a reflection for how divided we are, y'all. That's all that is, because you shouldn't feel like that. But the fact that we do feel like that, and it's not just him, it's with us in general so often. That's literally proof of what I'm saying, you know? That's proof of what I'm saying, y'all. And it's sad. Like I said, it's a very, very sad thing, but it's very, very real, you know? Like I almost started laughing. Like it was so real how much because I told you I observe things, I pay attention. So 9 times out of 10, attack that's gonna come my way or something, right? I'm gonna know it already beforehand, whether I tell you that I know or not. I already thought about it. I already thought about how to counterattack it. I'm already there, you know? So as like I was with him the whole steps of his negativity, all the way up to me getting off the bus and him actually jumping out there and trying to find no act of it. That's why, like, if y'all would have seen his face when I first said what I said to him, like he was stuck for a moment. Like his face was in shock, even though he was in shock. Like he couldn't believe it. Like, and I almost wanted to tell him, like, bro, I was looking at you the whole time while I was on my phone. I was seeing you from my peripheral vision. I was seeing you looking at me from the jump. Like I was seeing that you was about to try to attempt to attack a black man because he's speaking on some real stuff. That's what I'm saying. It ain't a freedom of speech, and that's a regular person of the masses, y'all. That wasn't no FBI agent. That wasn't no slave catcher. He wasn't in a position. That's just a regular bus driver that happened to be melanated, you know? So it shows you the level of attacks that's on chosen people. Right now, if you have any of this information, or if you're already moving in how like I am, or got a podcast, you're talking about these things, you're chosen, you know? You're probably having a lot of attacks coming your way, you know? A lot of my videos, a lot of times, whether on here, even with my music, I know music is my main way of attack. So anything of it, like they mess with it a lot. Like I had like a couple lives when I was in the restroom, and I was cutting the hair off my face. And when I was with the Clippers, I was doing so. But literally, I spit like a piece of my verse of my song, and then I looked at the video later, and then it started skipping, you know. But it does that. Like if I go in on some stuff that they really don't want me to talk about on the video, as right when I start to talk about it, it'll start skipping. Like they'll let the video go out, but they'll skip it, you know. Like, it's really not a freedom of speech, you know? It's just like, but this is the thing, like, y'all can't hold me down just because of laws and Like all this stuff that y'all have that holds majority of the masses down, us chosen ones, that shit don't work with. That shit has no fucking effect. You know what I'm saying? And we don't care about being alone. We don't care about being validated. We don't care about being on this internet even, for real. Like we don't give a fuck about that shit. And y'all so fucking low vibrational, y'all don't even get it. That y'all just keep attacking. That's why y'all just gotta be eradicated. Y'all gotta be wiped out off the planet. You know? Because y'all in the way at that point. It ain't even about, it's about the level of wickedness that you're trying to bring on the planet. You know? And already brung. Y'all don't really get how deep this shit goes. You know? That's why I said, like, sure, I might get tired. You know, if I get irritated enough today, I might skip the whole day today and just go to sleep. For real, y'all. Like I don't really have nothing to do with this system really no more. Like I'm tired of this shit. This shit did the most damage to a man that it can do, and that's taking a kid away from a man. So fuck this shit. I'm telling y'all, as soon as I get my powers, I'm like, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. And I know it's not even gonna be a war though. That's the thing. Y'all think it's gonna be a war? It's not even gonna be a war. Ain't gonna be no war at all. You know? I'm from Baltimore. But it's like, it's crazy as shit though. It's like life changed for me as soon as I started seeing stuff what it is. Because it just seems like everybody tries to, I'm gonna tell you what it feels like. It feels like it feels like I know that there's people that don't even know me that are going against, that are getting people to go against me that don't even know me. You know? A lot of people are very much aware of what I speak about and what I know, what my stance is and stuff. So like whenever they see me, they'll try to attack me. Literally, y'all. Whenever they see me. Like if they see me in a random place and they happen to be there, oh, ain't that the guy that talks about genetics? Let me try to spite him. Let me try to attack him. You know, let me try to drive the car fast by him while he's walking because I know he don't have a car. People are like, it's diabolical. Like it's unhinged. Like it just doesn't stop. You know? That's why it's just like I just got my spots and stuff where I go where I just get away from everybody, like, and I don't even give a fuck. I just want to make it to your next day because I know all y'all gonna pay for all this abuse because I come from the black woman. You know, y'all can laugh at me all y'all want. Y'all can think it's a game. You know, my genetics don't change just because you don't like me or what I speak about or how much I became aware. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be a lot of punishment that y'all gonna get. You know, even worse if you're organic yourself. You know, so I could care less. I know where my stand. I know how my brothers and sisters gonna look at me. You know, I know that for a fact. They ain't gonna look at me on no wild next shit, cause they see what I'm dealing with. They see what I'm going through. They see my strength within all this bullshit. They see it. They're aware. You know. And I've dealt with it all, y'all. I really got none for real. Like I've dealt with it all, y'all. And I'm just here ahead with it. I am. I had to tell this Native American lady yesterday that she wasn't us. She didn't even get what I was saying around genetics. You know. Y'all gonna be real shocked when y'all see what the real story behind the so-called African American people, the so-called black people on this specific part of the land of America with 3 Ks. Y'all gonna really be surprised when y'all see who we are. I'm telling y'all. Y'all gonna be in shock like never before. You know, like never before. Y'all gonna be in shock like never before, and I can't wait because I know what the fuck y'all done to me, like what y'all done to us. Like, I can't wait, y'all. I can't wait. That's why sometimes I'll be skipping the day so fast, because I'm telling you, once you really know what this shit is, and you really know what's going on, and where we're going, this should be so beautiful off of what you think has been normal and deemed as regular reality, that you don't even want to, like, even can be awake in this way of life as we know it like this, knowing how great it really is. You know what I mean? And you'll just be like, man, fuck this shit. I just want to go to sleep. Wake me up when the system isn't here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I bet a lot of y'all can't even think about a system of living like without money. You know, y'all can't even probably think about what y'all would be doing if y'all wasn't getting money or trying to get money. Because you're enslaved so much by that and time. You're abused by that. I'm abused by that. I'm not saying it like y'all are and I'm not. I am too, you know. No matter how much I'm aware of this, I'm still in a monetary system. And my people are still divided and still capitulating in this shit that's having it infringed on all of us. We the ones that make this whole system go round. You know what I'm saying? We the ones. We make this system go round. You know what I'm saying? So for that to be done, and for us to make this system go round, and for all of this to be coming about how it's coming about, you really got to understand what I'm saying right now to y'all. You know what I'm saying? You really got to hear me out. Like, this shit gonna get as ugly as it's ever gotten, y'all. Think about way worse than what you've ever experienced as a black person. It's gonna get way worse than that until it gets better. Because we living against our means. Y'all gotta realize that. So the fact that we living against our means, that's why this has to happen in this way. So I advise you, do what I do. I ignore everything around me. And I just worry about truth. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Everything else I don't even pay attention to. You know? How you doing today, sir?
Yeah.
You know? And it almost seems like, I'm gonna be honest, it almost seems like as more truth is coming out about who we are, more people are trying to attack us because of that. You know what I mean? I'm telling y'all, it's becoming serious, because even regardless of the black people that want to act like they don't know who they are, right? That don't not that, like the ones that want to act like they don't know who they are, regardless of that or not, people are still knowing who we are because of what's coming out. Not even just what's coming out on the internet, but the changes that's taking place on the planet, y'all. The actual changes that's taking place on the planet, and here's conducive to them changes. So basically what I'm saying is, regardless if you choose to acknowledge this or not, you could choose to act like you're the most whitest black person ever in the world, and that's still not stopping everybody from knowing who you are as a black person. You hear what I'm saying? For real. Like, there's no escaping it. You know?
Fairfax Government Center.
Mother Nature is kicking this shit down. So I just want to just leave y'all with that briefly on this rising. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day, man. I'm about to skip this day. I just want to make it to your tomorrow, and this day just started. You know what I'm saying? So we can just hurry up and get home. My brothers and sisters on the way. All this abuse is about to be over, y'all. So peace, power, abundance to y'all. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day, man.